started. My name is Sherry Honkala, and I'm with the Poor People's Economic Human Rights Campaign. We're a multiracial, intergenerational movement made up of poor and homeless people here in the Twin Cities and throughout the country. We're here today on Mother's Day begging the banks to sit down with these families. These families don't want to become homeless. We think it'll be an absolute nuisance and a disgrace to our community to have more empty, abandoned houses. And as far as we're concerned, it makes absolutely no sense. It makes no sense to have more and more empty houses that are then used for drug houses, that then bring down the property values of our neighbors, that then are used for to further deteriorate and make our neighborhoods look terrible. And here in South Minneapolis, we are coming together as neighbors to say no. No longer are we going to tolerate having our neighbors being thrown out onto the streets. Instead, we are demanding that the banks stop getting away with this criminal activity in our neighborhood, and that they sit down with each and every one of these families. Each of these families are very brave today as well. They're vowing to fight to hold on to their homes. And we as neighbors and as an organization are committed to ensuring that they get the legal support that they can get, the moral support that they need to get, and we're prepared to go forward and go to court over and over and over again to ensure that they're able to hold on to their homes. The first person that I'd like to introduce, who's very close to me, is my sister, and I've been watching her for months try to fight to hold on to her home. Ann Patterson, who lives on the 38th and 10th here in South Minneapolis. Ann Patterson.
Can I stand next to you?
Yes, I'll stand next to you.
I have always been in a very comfortable situation in my life. I've gotten lucky enough to have a husband that's always worked, and I've always worked. And recently, my husband became unemployed, and at that time, we spiraled into debt and almost are losing our house. When Obama became president, he promised that he would help people in our situation and that he would give money to people to fix their mortgages and get back on track. I've been working for almost a year now to get back on track with no help from anybody. I've been taking all the routes, the Urban League, I've been trying different lawyers, different everything, and the money is not as easily accessible as everybody's making it sound. My mortgage company, Wells Fargo, said, no, we don't do that. I'm here to say that we worked really hard, and we always have worked really hard, and we are outstanding citizens. We pay our taxes, we do all that. We're not lazy. The myth is not true. The people that are losing their houses are people that deserve a break. They deserve a second chance, and my children deserve to not lose their house. And I'm here to say that if the mortgagers are not going to sit down with us and the lenders, then we're going to keep our houses regardless. One way or another, we are not going to be homeless with our children. We're not going to let this happen. If you look on this block, there's 2 houses next door to Mr. Blair that's empty. There's countries that have no resources and they house their people. How is it that we have the resources and we're not housing our people? It doesn't make sense.
Thank you, Ann. Our next speaker here is Leslie Parks, and both her and her mother are losing their home.
Me and my mom have been trying desperately to get the banks to, work with us, to try to, but we just got foreclosure papers served, and we're going to lose our house at the end of this month here. 37th block of Park. I mean the 38th block of Park. And we've always paid our taxes, done everything right, and you know, my mom basically got conned by someone who said he was giving her a fixed mortgage, but actually gave her an arm. And the arm was just horrible. You know, someone educated me about what the terms actually were in the mortgage, and it was horrible, absolutely horrible. And that reason is why she's losing her home today. They don't want to get her into a fixed mortgage for some odd reason. They keep saying it's going to go up. That's totally unfair. There's been 3 generations of Parks that live in my mom's house. My mom, me, and my 88-year-old grandmother, you know, and now they're just going to throw us out on the street. That just makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. We've been in that house for 21 years, and it just shouldn't happen.
Thank you, Leslie. Our next speaker.